It's the way that I get lost now in the colors of your skin. And it's how I hear the stars coming brightly. And it's how I'm falling in. It's a puzzle I can't put together. It's a song I can't quite hear. When I try too much to put it in the bottle, when I try to hold it in, and so it comes to me in ways now. If I could show you how it starts, it's the colors from your heartbeat brightly. It's when I see you in the stars. It's when I least expect it. I see beauty all around, and it overwhelms my body, don't it? Like a light without a ground. It's when I glance you from the nothing. It's from the space between the waves. is how I'm falling in, is how I'm falling in.
afternoon, phenomenal, beautiful, amazing, pretty people. I hope you're all doing fantastically. Look who we've just discovered. Nice to see the brothers again. Perfectly in sync as well. They're having an awesome rest in the shade here. We were just parked in the sun next to them for less than a minute and I had to move. I was dying. It was way too hot. Sorry, I'm just keeping a listen out for these sightings. But whilst we're here, let's say a very good afternoon to all our pack members and a very good afternoon to all you beautiful people joining us on the public channel. Good afternoon, Becky, Barbara, Carol, Mary, Di, Elsa, Betty, Brian. Sure, lots of chats going on. I'm getting so lost. I hope I mentioned everyone's name. If I haven't, please shout at me in the comments. I think I got everyone, but if I haven't, just shout at me so I'm aware that I missed one. But I hope you're all doing phenomenally. Got an awesome drive planned this afternoon. Hi Rosemary, good to have you with us on board this afternoon. Now folks, before I forget, I'm going to do it right now. The keyword of the week, these boys, being boys, you're going to call them the king. The keyword for the week is queen, and it's a lovely photo that should be on screen shortly of a lioness walking through long grass that Victoria managed to capture whilst on private safari. It's a stunning image, so if you want your hands on that image, all you need to do is email info@painteddog.tv and we will send you that high resolution print. Now, bear in mind, some people are lost. The wild dogs are near the Kaya Boma, everyone, where we released those buffalo a couple of months back. But if you want to receive this keyword, you're going to have to be a pack member. And to do so, you can just go to the description of this video and there will be a step-by-step process on how to become said pack member. Well, they're just giving us they turn their backs on us. How dare they, eh? So I think what I might do for Basil is see if we can't get into that other shady spot up at the top there. What is that? Did you hear that? Struggling car, something dying or something. My word. Weird sounds coming from the bush this afternoon, everyone. Even those cheetah are like picked up on it. So good to catch up with the boys finally though. I think we had them the other day. I can't actually remember. Every day is a new day, but after every drive you have that previous drive in your head. So like last night I went out on a bit of a bumble. I went to find the elephants and boy did I. They gave me another cheeky hello. But I completely forgot what I saw on the Zoom drive in the morning, and then Carol's lovely post reminded me. Our lovely white rhino with all the string of stars. Absolutely beautiful. I regret not taking a photo of that. Could have been quite a nice edit, if I say so myself. Let's not try and disturb them too much. Just get Basil. Sorry, I know it's at an angle, Basil, but that's just the best we're gonna get. just teardrops always just stand out among the rest, and that's one of the main ways you can tell them apart from, say, a leopard. Obviously, leopards also have rosettes, whereas these cats do not. Now, true cats have retractable claws. However, these cats only have semi-retractable claws. They are just absolutely gorgeous though. So good to see them again. Even if they are being lazy, lazy cats today. It's okay, we'll give them a pass this time. But, like I said, I've got a plan for this afternoon's game drive, believe it or not, folks. For the first time in a long time, I've had a plan, instead of just going out and seeing what we can see. So the plan for this afternoon is to head towards Sequoia Dam. Apparently they found the lions this morning, or had tracks of the lions headed in that general direction. So we shall be doing exactly that. We shall be tracking lions this afternoon, I think. Hopefully get to see some really cool birds along the way. Dying to put a bird of prey up on camera. But other than that, it's just a bit warm out here on the Rietspruit this afternoon. There's not much cloud cover, so it's definitely making it a lot hotter. It is also very, very humid. I am mincing. It is cooking. And it's not even that hot. Let me see what the temperature is here. Give me a second, folks. So it says it's only 27, but real feels 30 because the humidity is at 75%. It's no wonder I'm sweating and I haven't done anything. Turn the car key on and you start sweating. It's wild out here this afternoon. Ooh, I see the next full moon is in 5 days' time. That's exciting. Always love a good full moon. Hey Connie, I hope you're doing fantastically. Good to have you with us. As you can see, I'm sure we have found the Cheetah brothers. They got called in just before we got, well, they actually didn't get called in. I got an update from this morning, and then I found them, but there was a vehicle here. So I called on the radio, vehicle with the cheetahs come in for Andrew, and Kevin responds, they were called in this morning, Andrew. So I was like, okay. I don't know how to explain that, but there is now literally a car sitting with cheetahs. So it was a bit of a conundrum, but we made it here. We got the cheetahs, so that is all that matters. Nice little roly-polies. Of course, typical, now they've turned their backs again on us. How dare they? How dare they? Freezing in the northern UK. Christine, what's the temperature there? I'm sure it's like -6. Oh, 13 degrees Fahrenheit. -1. No, thank you. Although it sounds quite pleasant at the moment. -1's a bit too cold for Andrew's liking. Anywhere between 15 to 20 degrees is perfect. That's all you need. Cool enough that the cats can still walk about. Cool enough that you can still walk about, but not hot enough that it completely dehydrates and almost can cause heat stroke or heat heat exhaustion. Just been joined by another car on the other side of the fence line here. Jan, always good to have you on board. As you can see, I'm sure, we've found the lovely Cheetah brothers. And obviously on a hot day, especially if Andrew's suffering, you can imagine that the cats are, because they sweat through their feet. They don't have sweat glands. Well, they do, but their sweat glands are located in their paws. So that's why you'll often see cats panting a lot, especially when it's super hot. They'll sit with their mouth open, trying to cool down, but oftentimes you'll see a lion lie on its back and put its paws up in the air, and that's just for them to kind of try and regulate their body temperature. I'm sure it must be super difficult though, especially if you've eaten a whole carcass the night before as well. Feel super lethargic. Something just, ooh. Something piqued his interest. Just get closest to us, Basil. If you zoom in on the top of his shoulders there, he's got like almost like a thick black stripe. Now, I don't know if any of you know this, but there is a genetic morph of cheetah known as the king cheetah. And they are just beautiful. However, I don't know how many of those king cheetah are perhaps said left in the wild. Let's see, does Google know? Also, I'm sure the Caribbean's lovely this time of the year. Very jealous, actually. Very jealous. In the wild. Oh, wow. So it says here that there are still king cheetah in the wild, but across Zimbabwe and South Africa, there's roughly 10 to 12. And that's it. That's the whole population of king cheetah. Now, for those of you who don't know what a king cheetah looks like, if Basil quickly focuses on my phone here. Oh, that's not the right one. There we go. You can see the difference in the coat. It's almost a leopard slash cheetah. Those thick, prominent, dark stripes running along the back. Almost a rosette there, if you want to call it that. But they are just gorgeous. I would kill to see one of these in the wild. But it clearly, oh, there's an even more prominent one. Look at that. My word. I wouldn't even call that a cheetah. I'd call that something else. The zebra cat. I don't know. Andrew's being silly now. Andrew's being a clown. Now, to look at the map and plan a route of action. Oh, well, Carol, thank you, because you know me, my Fahrenheit conversion is useless. So it must be quite warm in the Caribbean then, Elsa. It does look like a hybrid. It almost looks like it was made in a lab, if you will. So I don't know exactly how it happens, but something to do with the X and Y chromosomes in their genes. There's some cheetah just have the recessive gene. And if you get two cheetahs mating that both have that recessive gene, out comes a king cheetah. But it's clearly quite a rare recessive gene, because obviously we don't see king cheetah in the wild too often. Well, I don't think, no, I've never seen one in the wild. But like I said, apparently there's only between 10 to 12 left in the wild. So the likelihood of you seeing one is quite rare. I actually wouldn't say quite rare. I think you're more likely to see a pelican in Hoedspruit than a king cheetah. Even if you go to Orpen Gate in the Kruger Park. Sure, all the guys on the other side of the fence are driving past, all looking for their cheetah. And they're all having a little pit stop here at our cheetah. That's okay though, we don't mind sharing. Those eyes though, cannot get over those eyes. I wonder how long these boys will be on this reserve before they need to be removed for genetic variation, because obviously if they stay on for too long, they'll end up mating with one of their daughters, which is not what we want. So I wonder. Agreed, Carol. Agreed. Mary, I think all five are, well, four have been altered, but one is on a pill, so it can subside, so she can breed again. Obviously, if you take her off that contraceptive, but in the meantime, she's technically on a contraceptive as well. So I don't know if that answers your question. Indeed, they are the dads of, or one of them, one or the other, are dads of Mabai's latest cub that she's done oh so well keeping. It's actually ridiculous how well she's done with that one cub, and we all love that cub, especially those eyes. It's hot. It's cooking. Dehydration. Exhaustion. As you can clearly see in this cat's face at the front. It's like, oh, I know I'm sitting around doing nothing but life stuff. Oh. They are just amazing though, and I keep saying this at every sighting we have of them. I know this, but we are so privileged and fortunate to have the cheetah sightings that we do here. It's not, you can't just go to anywhere and get sightings like we do here. cheetah sightings all over are pretty. You have to go to like some lodges that are mainly cheetah focused as well. Like, what's that one now called? Madikwe is getting quite big into cheetah conservation lately, so they would be a good contender to go to. But they offer cheetah on foot, which I don't know how I feel about. Wild cheetah, but basically so relaxed like these boys that you can sit within 5 meters of them. It's one of those just, I don't know if I support that. Kind of like cross-roading at it, if you will. But it's, folks, I cannot stress this enough. It is cooking. You'll see now when the camera comes back onto me, it's corking. Oh, but he's yawning. Is he gonna get up? What would be really cool is if they actually did get up on the move. There is cloud cover rolling in. I think there's thunderstorm scheduled for this evening. But what would be really awesome is if they got up now and slowly started heading towards Siokoi Dam, potentially hunt some prey. That would be cool. Fair point, Carol, fair point. I wonder how many litters Mabai has left in her. Because since I've been here, I've seen 2 litters of brand new cheetah cubs. 5 at a time, and then 5 at a time, and then out of nowhere, boom. Just unfortunate that they're so low-ranked predators, and the mortality rate in cheetah cubs is just not great. I think it's about 80%, which is extremely high. But I suppose that's one of the reasons cats can come into estrus so quickly again. Because they've lost their babies, they can go back into estrus quite quickly after to get a new set of cubs and try and raise those cubs up. Becky, I know Mabai's daughter's a female, Mabai is a female, and then we had another female with another cub, but no one's seen them in ages. So I don't know if they're even still around or if they've just hid for so long. But I feel like on such a small reserve, you know, you would end up bumping into one if they were still moving about frequently and things like that. Although that being said, no one's still found Max. No one's found a skeleton, a carcass, nothing. So I'm not quite sure, to be totally honest. Ooh. Maybe they're picking up the cheetah on the other side of the fence here. Or they're picking up that woodpecker. Don't know if you can hear that drrr. See now, There's another vehicle coming up the fence here. They're going back and forth looking for their cheetah, folks. It's as horrible as it is to say, it's quite amusing. They've watched me go on many missions up and down the fence over the years, so, you know, appreciate it when it's not you for once going up and down the fence. That's right, Mary. No one's found Max. Unless someone's picked up a skeleton already and kept it a complete secret, no one's found Max. No one's found the remains, the carcass, the skull. But I mean, you know, he could have perished in the thickest of thick drainage lines, and we wouldn't even know. Because it's so thick, and obviously we can't drive up all the drainage lines, so it would be quite tough to say for sure. But if anything, I think he's just unfortunately perished in a place that no one can actually get access to because it's so thick. I would love to know where he went on to a new life. See if my theory of him digging up warthogs was correct or not, because that's my theory. That's how I think he perished. I think he was too injured, started hunting and digging up warthog, and a warthog just managed to nick him, and he unfortunately didn't make it. But we've still got his two beautiful brothers, and they are units. They're looking very healthy lately. Although, Kinky Tail, folks, I've actually got something interesting to tell you. Kinky Tail especially, no, where are the two female wild dogs these days? Betty, they're on Kaya. They're at the Buffalo Boma. They're hanging around there at the moment. Not always. Sometimes vultures go unnoticed as well. I mean, if there's vultures circling on this far eastern corner, and say everyone's at home, it's midday, and then only vultures found the carcass, no one's really out. No one's driving around. You know, no one's paying attention as much to the sky as they would as if they were on game drive, looking for said carcass or animal, or, you know. So obviously you focus on different things, especially if, say, you're driving to work, you're not looking at the sky for birds. But if you're on game drive, you're looking at the sky for birds, because birds are awesome. I don't know if that helps. Carol, I think you're 1000% correct. I think it is just Mobai and Cub, soon to be just Mobai. That's going to be hectic, trying to find her again now. If she stays secretive again, sure, could be a tough mission. I'm ready for the task at hand, though. There's that woodpecker going again. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, folks. This one cheetah's had its head up for a while now. Well, they both have their heads up, but that one's looking intently. This is me just hoping that they get up and go hunt, to be totally honest. But nonetheless, always great to appreciate time spent with these boys. Aha, thank you, Mary. I forgot about that. So, going back to our 2 male lions, they're both in very good nick and very healthy. However, Kinky Tail, believe it or not, out of the 2 of them, I think is older than the other one. Well, not older, they're brothers. They can't be older than the other. But old age is starting to show, to say the least. So there was a post on the sightings group. Where is it? Someone managed to get a photo of pretty much the inside of the male lion's mouth. And apparently he's broken the tip to his lower left canine and is missing at least 2 of his 6 lower front incisors too. They're about 9 years old now, so age really is starting to hit them, because they were born in 2016, in August 2016 sometime. So, you know, they're doing well. Obviously, especially in the wild. When I say the wild, in an open reserve, lions generally only make it between 10 to 12 years, male lions that is. Females maybe up to 14, 15 years if they're extremely lucky and successful. But between 10 and 12 years is the lifespan of a male lion. Now, because they don't have competitors, I'm sure they'll be okay till at least 12. But you never know. Old age, their immune system could drop. You know, they could lose all their teeth and end up starving. That's how old elephants pass away. They have 6 sets of teeth throughout their life, and after feeding and losing those teeth and growing them back, after they lose that final set, they start starving because they can't even chew on branches and get to the cambium layer. They end up eating just grass, eating with their gums, and eventually they just, because they need to eat so much and because they can't chew and get the nutrients, they unfortunately succumb, which is wild. But I think Kinky Tail and Elvis have a solid 3 to 4 years at least on them. Unless for whatever reason another male lion gets introduced into the reserve. I doubt that will happen though. These boys are king of the Rietspruit. Is he eating rocks? Mary, are you talking about the cheetah? I didn't see that. Geophagy, so he probably could have been. Cats as well will sometimes eat grass, and this acts as a laxative to help them get rid of any junk or parasites in their tummy, aka tapeworms and things like that. So they will eat strange things every now and then. Even we've seen that video that Basil posted on our YouTube shorts of that giraffe devouring a vertebrae bone of what's most likely another big animal. Maybe it was a giraffe. It would be quite ironic. Oh, I was like, I didn't see this cheetah eat rocks. But no, just old age, you know, teeth wear and tear as well. It's like he could have just chipped it on a bone as well. It really just depends, I suppose. Betty, I'm actually not too sure which animals have however many sets of teeth, but it happens especially with elephants because they spend most of their day feeding. That's why they have 6 sets of teeth, because, you know, if you're chewing tree branches and tree trunks and pushing over all those big things, your teeth are going to fade. It's almost as if you grind your teeth, and I'm a terrible culprit at that. My teeth are so flat, it's crazy, because I grind my teeth. And who knows, eventually by the time I'm 80, I probably won't have teeth myself. So I'm going to turn into an elephant. Lol. No, that won't happen. But, you know, it's just the constant wear and tear, the constant friction, eventually those teeth just fade. And they just, after the last set, they can't regrow. They become so flat that they're not teeth anymore, if you will.
interest at a big footage area after Rietspruit Park and north after Rietspruit Park.
Copy that, lovers. Did you say Siakwe North? Copy that. I'll be making my way there shortly. Oh, sorry, boy. Didn't mean to spook you. All right. Shall we go to the lions that they have just called in? I think we've spent some much loved and well-deserved time with our two brothers. Goodbye, you beautiful, beautiful cats. Just beware, there's lions not too far away.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm just coming down to check my door. Yeah, my audience. I look at you. Probably I just confirm I was still south from you.
Let's just see. Well, let's just not hit the fence. Just wait for these.
Drainage line has damage system that's close to Westpac, probably about 700 meters south of Westpac.
There's a break in the radio. Take it.
Yeah, just confirm it. Quite close to Westpac.
A firm.
Yeah, just south of Westpac. Sorry, thank you.
Stations, I'm going to be leaving these cheetah unattended, stationary in the first drainage line between Riversdale Pot and Leo Router, leaving it an open lock. Lovers, I'll be with you in the next 5 minutes.
Copy that, make your way. I'll give you the first drive, sitting by number 1.
Copy, thanks. Right, well, we're standby number 1. Just looking for Rhino. I wonder if he's maybe found one of the black rhinos. This radio's awfully staticky today, so it's kind of hard to make out what people are saying. But it is cooled down. Hey Basil, it's cooled down. It's lovely now. It's a lot better than it was whilst we started with those cheetah. My t-shirt's a bit wet at the moment. It's not so lovely.
Hello, brother.
Oh, what a great start to the day. Cheetah. Woohoo! I'll take it. Let's go see if we can't get another cat. And then hopefully by the time we leave the other cat, we'll head to Siakwe Dam and hopefully find another cat. But which one? Just the question. I'll have a look at the comments now, folks. I just want to get to that first junction so I can take my standby there before other people race in and get there before us. Because I respect the standby law, you know. If you're first, you go first. Some people race there and then end up somehow stealing standby 1 or standby 2, and then you end up waiting and waiting, and you know, not the dream. Copy. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry about that. I don't know what exactly happened there, so I misjudged. I'm a bit further away than I thought I was. Still got about 300, 400 meters to go, which is okay. Sometimes nice cruising through the bush, looking at the colors, looking at the greens. Now, thought I heard a cheetah chirp.
I'm leaving the log of my passing Aral. Lovers on charge.
Lovers, can I slowly make my way there now? Or do you still want me to take standby still?
Well, can we go away? Only one station, that station that approaching is the arrival. Yeah, I'm pulling out. Can we go away?
Copy, thanks. I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Okay. One elephant bull track. Crossing the...
Sure, it's a busy afternoon out on the Rietspruit this afternoon, folks. Kevin's just found elephant tracks, they found the lions, we found the cheetah. It's a good day out on the reserve. Now, the question is, where is the 2-track that they've made? The roads have taken some hefty damage from the rain, folks. Not great. The roads are not doing great at the moment. Obviously, the rain causes quite a bit of erosion, and the cars don't really like erosion, and they don't help it either. If anything, they make the erosion worse. Lovers did well tracking these lions, though. I'll give it to them. No one could find them earlier, so I'll give it to them. Ah! Hello, sir. Those kankan are flat. They're on the fence, basically, in that little sandy patch. But their heads are up now, at least. Yeah. Well, they did nothing for me, so don't worry. Nothing. They slept the whole time. Nothing. How far down? Like 100 meters. Is the visual difficult?
I know, it's 5-5.
Oh, is it?
You know, that's 30.
Yeah?
You're right.
Roughly, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, to the right.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
All the way. I think it's half a kilometer.
Okay, awesome. Shot. Thanks, Sammy. Have a great day. Cheers, folks. Have a good one. And we are off. Onwards to the lions. Rawr. I'm such a clown. Honestly, I laugh at myself because I'm such a clown sometimes. Tawny eagle. That's awesome. I think it's a tawny. I can't get a gap for Basil. Oh, here we go, Basil. That might be your best shot. Sorry, I know it's tough again. Definitely a tawny eagle. Oh, he's like, that's how I feel about you putting...
Station on Wolf Spot with first mayors. Can you please advise what is the...
Look at that camouflage though, how well he blends... Shut up, radio. Look at how well he blends into the bark. Incredible. He's almost one with the bark. Alrighty, folks. I'm not going to stay too long because we do have that standby position open, so we're going to get there. He said to the right. So, what on earth? I'm going to buy you a zip-up pocket. I almost had a heart attack. I thought an elephant was charging out of the bush for a second, but shame Basil's phone's just dropped out of his pocket. I kind of feel like we've gone too far, but there's a car following us as well. Station unlocked with the lines coming for Andrew.
Yeah, can we go, Andrew? I'm pulling out. There's only one station unlocked.
I know. Is it past the strip, that little slip road to the airstrip, or before that?
Yeah, I can pass. That one's gone north. You'll see where we're off-road. Not too far to asphalt.
Oh, had you said that, I would have gone along the fence. Copy? Well, had they said aardvark at the beginning,
North? Quite close to you. Yeah, copy that by station. Taking away. Whatever you can don't block.
aha! I see tracks that have turned over and I see a sodic area, so we must be close, somewhere in here. I don't see a vehicle though. I must be losing my mind. Where? How did he get there? Aha, he went that way. Oh, you can see Lovers was tracking on foot here. And then I'm sure he walked into the lions because he was on foot tracking. Brave in a thick area like this. And then you've got one open section. Literally any predator could be watching you from the thicket and then I don't know, where you're just an open target if you're walking through a sodic area like this. Quite incredible though that they did manage to locate them. Super chuffed about that. It's just maneuvering through a sodic area like this that can be tough at times. Because you also don't want to do too much damage to it all, but at the same time, you know, you also don't want to puncture, you don't want to hit a divot the wrong angle and get stuck. It's, yeah, it's just, see, like that. Let's go this way around. How's it, guys? You having a good one?
Good.
Thanks, guys. All right, all right, all right. I don't know how we're going to position for two vehicles here, but I'm going to do my best. Is it only 2 lines? I only see 2, but there you go. There we go. How's it, guys? How goes this? I know, it's quite incredible. It looks like just the 2. I haven't seen another one. But I mean, they called in the Pride, like. So I assumed it was all of them, but apparently not. Unless they're in the little divots behind this little thick bush here. Because I know the males yesterday went on a tangent to try and find them. The one went through the deep sloot, towards the western fence line. The other one was on Leadwood and ended up at Sescon Crip. So they were looking for the ladies last night. I just don't know if they were successful.
Now heading south towards the Leo.
There's alarm calling. That's where the others are. If I had to put my money on it. Oh, getting yawns. Definitely piqued the interest of the back lioness there. Sure. Order, asking difficult things here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Sorry folks, I don't know what's going on with the signal lately, but it annoys you, it annoys me as much as it annoys you. I promise you that. Let me go check these comments. Sorry folks, I've been terrible. I know, Carol. I know. This is a mess now, this whole lineup, because people... Alright folks, we're going to leave the sighting and give everyone else a chance. They're not in the best of places, so it's okay. I'm okay to leave the sighting. Yeah, you can swing this whole way out. Oh. There was lines vocalizing now. Alright, Lionel, the vehicle is leaving. You can slowly make your way in. And then, Arda, I will be making space for you as soon as you're here. Go live. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what's happening. All good. How are you? Happy New Year. There's just two of them. Two of them. I don't know where the rest are. I don't know who called in the whole pride. Cheers, guys. Oh, nice to see some familiar faces. Oh, chaos. How's it, guys? Are you guys taking a standby?
Yes.
So they just, when you go in, they go maybe 300 meters just straight down, and you'll see two lionesses in the one drainage. Cheers, guys. All right, on to the next task at hand. Get away from all the people. Get away from all the people. Go see if we can't find Ingwe. That is our next destination, folks. Siakoi Dam. And it is cooled down enough that I think a cat would be moving. Those lions look like they're starting to yawn, get active. So who knows, in 20 minutes time, if we're still in this area, they'll be walking straight to us. Sometimes you just get very lucky. Sometimes you get very unlucky. It's just part of the bush. But sure, that was a chaotic sighting to control. My goodness. 5 people saying I was there first. Who do you pick? But I knew who was actually first, so I let them go through first. Now, what I would like to know is, what bird would you all like to see? What bird do we need to tick off the list next so that we can mark it down? For me, I'm going to go with a little bee eater. I want to see a little bee eater again. I haven't seen one in a while. But they're not migrants, I don't think. No, they're not, surely. Dum dum, dum dum dum. Little bee eater. Locally common resident. I was right. They are not migrants. They are here all year round. But I suppose trying to find a little bird, green bird this small in the big green bush is a tedious task in itself, yet alone trying to find the miniature bird in the thicket as well. That itself is a whole other task. So add the two together, it's like Mission Impossible. Ding, 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 ding. No, that's James Bond. It's not Mission Impossible. That's my apologies. Oh, 2 cats off the list this afternoon. That's quite exciting. I haven't had that in a while, where I've had both the cheetahs and lions in one drive. Nice to crack that list open again. Who knows, maybe we might finally crack the trifecta. There's always hope. Andrew's always got hope. But also, his mind's always 50-50. It's like, are there going to be, or yes, there's going to be. Okay, no, I lied. 60-40. It's 60, yes, there's going to be one. 40, like, I don't know. We'll see when we get there, I suppose. But there could be all sorts of things at Seokoe Dam, including potentially waterbuck. We had them there the other night with Victoria before we closed for the holidays. So who knows, maybe we might even crack a waterbuck. Those antelope with the big white ring on their bum that everyone likes to joke is a toilet seat that they got stuck sitting on. Silly joke, that. But it's, jokes aside, does actually play a crucial role for waterbuck, in that it is a follow me sign. So when they're running away from predators through thick bush, they just focus on that little white ring instead of the rest of the animal, and that way they don't really get separated. But obviously predators often have, especially cats, like your lions hunting in a pride, they'll have lions come in from the side to single individuals out. They are the apex predator, in my opinion, lions. Especially because they work so well as a team as well. The whole team dynamic. So they work really well as a team to take down prey, but then as soon as it's down, it's like, no, it's mine, no, it's mine, no, it's mine. And they all go, and then it's a whole cat fight. So, you know, I'll give them credit where it's due for their teamwork and success rates, but at the same time, oh no, there's people here. Oh no. I feel like there's always people at the dams this time of the evening. Which, I mean, fair enough. For most of the kayak guides, you know, that's actually, I would much rather you do a drink stop here at Lowveld of South Dam with that as your view, instead of Mumbadam with the power lines and the fence. Basil, I might be making your life tough, but can you shine on that? Well, zoom in on that, sorry, not shine on that. There, that. Is that a terrapin? It's a weird colored stick. Well, not much here this afternoon. Cheers, guys. Sorry to interrupt. Have a good one. Alrighty then. I think it's time to go find maybe an elephant, maybe a rhinoceros. Who knows? I'll take a serval or caracal as well if it's on offer. We should just start putting in our bets. Pangolin, polar bear, humpback, blue whale. You know, just start naming extravagant things. If it works once, it'll... Oh. A long time no see. It's like I saw you 20 minutes ago. Sure, it's a small world, eh? Oh no, I missed you guys too. Was it just the two Mafazis? Or were the rest of them there?
We saw three. The other one went into the bushes. Maybe the other...
So it is that alarm calling we heard.
And it's lucky because these ones, they come out in open area. If everybody was in
Got you. Alrighty.
yeah.
I think I'm going to head to the reservoir, see if I can't pick up on that in Ndlovu.
We are going to stop to...
I didn't say that. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Run! Run! Get away! I even used code to not get into Sammy's way. And then now, so this is another thing that happens when you're guiding guests, in-person guests especially, and they're on the back of your vehicle, and you've had someone on safari before. You'll have one of your guides come up and say, oh, the Skankan are there, the Ndlovu are there, and then you'll have that one guest who goes, Carol, I'm laughing at your comment here. All of them, apart from the Egyptian geese, tawny eagle, core is... Oh, fair. I thought you just meant we see them a lot, but you've ticked them off, so that's good there. I was going to test that water, but obviously with the camera losing connection and stuff, we did a whole bunch of things. So I thought it's actually probably quicker just to get back onto Leo Router, to get back to the side of the reserve where said elephant tracks were found, fresh tracks that is. So we shall be heading that down. Stop and have chats with people this time. Kind of want to get away from all the people. As nice as it is bumping into familiar faces on game drive, sometimes it's also, or in my case, all of you lovely people. But when you're seeing other cars consistently, it's like, huh, it's not as private as I thought it was. So that's why, like, if you go to like a thorny bush or a mala, there's only, and that also just controls how many people you come into contact with in terms of giving you that sense of privateness on safari. Because I know, you know, if you're paying that much money to go to these lodges, you deserve the best and the most private experience possible. But what can you do? Sure, some dark blue clouds crawling up in the sky. Might fly to Johannesburg, it's okay. I'll pick up my other camera lens and then go back to Rietspruit. I missed you again. I'm just bypassing. Alrighty then. Back to the action. Carol, have you ticked off a dark cap bulbul? Just out of curiosity. Or a blue aspel? Have you ticked those off yet for this year? Weavers at work. Mary, that's a good. Any bird will do. I'll take that, Christine. I'll take that. Any bird. Let's do it. And customers need to quit interrupting my safari. Lol. Becky, that's wild. That's the audacity of bloody customers, eh? Sure. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Just gotta roll the eyes, show him the hand, and be like, excuse me, I'm on private safari with Andrew right now. I cannot come to the desk. I cannot come to the phone. I am watching my... Cool. Folks, we've just done a hard reboot of the car. So we've literally switched off every device and just returned on every device. So hopefully something changes in a good way. Sorry, Basil. I was looking at the camera, I didn't see that bump. But don't worry, Christine, we shall try and get you an elephant. If not, I shall make it a mission and say that Friday afternoon we're gonna go find the elephants. I don't know, were you, Christine, were you on Monday afternoon's pack drive? Because sure, the elephants really gave us a handful on Monday, to say the least. And then they gave me a big handful yesterday. The big bull gave me such attitude yesterday. He charged me twice. Bad boy. I'm just here to look and admire at your beautifulness. And then he was like, oh. All right, I'll take it. Any bird. Carol, Mary, Barbara, any bird. I'll take it. Even if it's a wood dove. One bird I really want to see is a blue spotted wood dove. Pretty much identical to the emerald spotted wood dove, just blue spots instead of the emerald green spots. But you get those further up north. I don't even think they, I will tell you now. Blue spotted wood dove. Aha! They basically don't occur in South Africa. My hunch was correct. They margin the lowland, riparian and montane forest, usually in moister habits than the emerald spotted wood dove. So you can see here they occur outside up in North Africa, more towards Kenya side. So Northern Africa is where they occur. So it means I'm going to need to travel if I want to see that bird. However, unfortunately, with the light being as low as it is now and the sun setting, I don't know how lucky we're going to be with birds now. You never know. Might find a white-backed night heron at a dam. That would be amazing. Night herons I've ever seen. No. That just put me off because, like a civet, compared to a lion track, a civet and a leopard track are, even though they're cats and they got the 3 back pads, they're a lot more round than they are lengthy. Don't even know if I'm using correct. Second guess myself just for a second. Now, one thing I've noticed all over the reserve, especially on roads that look like they haven't been driven on in ages, is the elephants are using those roads. They are doing what they are supposed to. They are not destroying the bush. They are opening and clearing the bush, which is kind of needed on the Rietspruit. Like, I mean, you look at that and try and look through there. What are you going to see? Leaves. Not much. So an elephant would walk straight through that bush and boom, you've now got an opening tunnel. So they're just doing their job and they're doing a fine job at it, to say the least. Also coming to the territory of one of those Rhino bulls. He's been hanging around this area quite frequently. We actually saw him on this road the other day, believe it or not. To our left here, I'll slow down so Basil can show you, but you can see the big rain clouds coming. There's some big rain on the way there. Said it's probably going to hit us at around 8 tonight. Anywhere between 8 and 10 o'clock tonight, it says there's going to be thunder showers. So I'll hopefully be in my tent by the time that occurs. We hope. Touch wood. We took this road the last time. Let's take this road. Still takes us to pretty much the exact same place. It's just split. But if I remember correctly, this is the more direct route to get there. Otherwise, I could have made a horrible, horrible mistake and think I'm on a road, but I'm on the wrong road, and we could be headed anywhere. We'll just go with the surprise. I'm joking, I'll double check. Yeah, we are on the... And that's why you don't text and drive or look at a map and drive. Just watch your leg there, Basil. That looks like a buffalo thorn on the left. Oh, no, it's a raisin bush. You'll be fine. But see what I mean? But the elephants just don't have the decency to not do it in the road. Like, checks, tree right here, and then the very next tree. They've just done. Silly things. Next. Oh. Oh, we just got bounced. Whoopsie. Just watch your leg there. It looks like a small nyala berry. I got the jackpot of having the buffalo thorn on my side. Oh, I stalled. Oh, that was close. It's got me. Hey. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of this quick. I've been hit. I've been hit by a buffalo thorn. It's okay, we won't die, but it's not the friendliest plant to get stuck by out here. The buffalo thorn, Ziziphus macronata. Ziziphus referring to the zigzags of the thorns on the tree. And the reason those trees are so brutal is because they have both hooked and straight thorns. Interestingly enough, believe it or not, you can make purple dye from the roots of the buffalo thorn. I'm not exactly sure how they make purple dye from it, but I assume what the process would be is you just grind the roots up, add, I don't know, some sort of colorant or something. I'll do some more research and figure out how they do it, and then I'll let you guys know on the next pack drive. Siri, remind me to figure out how purple dye is made. Perfecto. Even my phone's going to remind me so I don't forget. So we're pretty much in the area, the vicinity of where that elephant bull was seen, and then his tracks were found as well. So I suppose now we just need to really kind of keep our eyes peeled. Indeed, Mary, very much ouchy. If anything, I would have used different words, like the words you used when I nearly kissed a lion. But professionalism at its finest. See, even in pain, I don't cave. I don't succumb to the weakness. Just take it like a man, I suppose. No, I'm joking. I wanted to shed a tear. Buffalo thorns never a lacquer plant to have attached to your leg. Bye, Barbara. I hope you have a fantastic evening, morning, and I shall see you hopefully tomorrow, if not on Friday. Carol, yeah, I'd assume so. In that like little grinding pot. I don't know what those machines, they're not even machines, it's just like hollowed out stone with a stone stick that you just mush. So I'm not exactly sure how it would be done, but that's my best bet. I would guess that's how they do it. It's now getting to the time where I need this to see. There's also that time where we could get lucky with things like serval, caracal, genet, civet, porcupine.
Right now, 5 Rhino on the southern tip of Flora and the Rhino Road.
It's quite fitting. There's a rhino on Rhino Road on Kaya. Not ironic at all. Just creeping up slowly here.
We've got 3 rhinos in the junction of Workmate and Workpot.
Well, the Ellies haven't been here yet, so it means they're a bit further south, I think. So towards the reservoir still. But now with this cloud cover rolling in, the wind has definitely picked up a lot, so it might make hearing the elephants feeding a lot more tricky. But we're going to give it a go. Ooh. I just got a face full of dust. Shot up from the tire well. Oh, well, let's quickly go tick that off for Carol, Barbara, and Mary, and anyone else who's started a new list. See it there, Basil? I'm not going to go close because it'll fly away. On the left-hand side there, yeah. Keep going, it's like there. There. Whoop, whoop. Tick that off the list. There he is, sitting just in the road there. You can just see that red light flashing. Alrighty, well, there you go, Carol, Mary. We got one. Who knew? I didn't have hope we'd find another bird. Especially with this wind now as well. I think all the birds are going hiding. But there's big rain on the way. Feels like it's going to be a big storm. It looked like there was something in the road there for a second. tasty bugs. Now this also is where I had a brief sighting. Like when I say a brief, I mean like a split-second sighting of a leopard running off into the bush here. It was hunting in, oh, it looks like they've done some road maintenance here. Probably not a bad thing, that is. They're making more mitre drains as well to stop further erosion. A mitre drain is just those little gullies you see going off the road just to help with water catchment and water placement. It helps run the water off the road at least, so it sits on the side of the road and not in the road, if you will. See, now the only thing I don't want to do is accidentally bump into an elephant and not know where it is at night with a torch. I don't think they'll appreciate that too much. Just gonna can even see lightning in the sky now. Just over there to the left. We're just going to sit here for a minute, folks. I just want to see if I can't hear anything. It's going to be hard though with this wind. Look at that cloud cover though. All around us now the clouds are building up. Basil can even do a 360. It's ridiculous. Yo, that's a dark one. Make a noise for me, Mr. Elephant. Nope, not playing ball. If anything, if they were at the reservoir, normally what they do is go through this block and they end up on Beer's Dip somewhere. So I think that's the direction. Folks, look what we found. 3 white rhino at Lemon During Crypt. This bull over here is just having a nap.
Leaving the rhino and coyote unattended.
Ooh. They're probably settling in for the night here.
Are they closing down?
Probably went down this steep angled road and pushed up right against the brush there to get as much out of the wind as possible. We know rhinos don't really like wind. They're consistently cautious and aware animals, so wind puts them just even more on edge. You can see those ears just turning every half a second, just making sure that there's nothing about. Probably also just listening into Andrew's beautiful voice. I don't blame him. But we don't shine on rhinos for too long, so we'll stay here for a minute, and then I think we'll move on, go see if there's anything at Mamba Dam as well. See if we can't get a second bird for all our lovely birders out there. But yeah, that's as much as I'm going to shine on them. Like the rule says, we don't shine on rhino and cheetah at night, as well as any diurnal animal. Or you try not to. If you're trying to show a quick glimpse, shine it on the floor, like I was doing, so it reflects up. Oh my gosh. That was proper lightning. I'm not afraid of lightning. But no, I'm not. Come close to being struck by lightning before. Like, extremely close. When I was working in the Pilansberg, I had lightning strike like 3 meters from my vehicle, because my guest made me go back out into the range. She complained with management because I cancelled the game drive. Well, I didn't cancel. We were out. It started raining and thundering and lightning, so I came back to the lodge because all the other guests wanted to go back. This one person decided, no, it's not good enough. I want to go back out in the rain. I told them the likelihood of seeing anything in this downpour of rain is pretty much zero. Pretty much. There's always a chance there's going to be something there, but pretty much zero. And she went and complained to the manager, and the manager came and shouted at me saying, why are you not doing this? I was like, well, there's a lightning storm. I don't want to get struck by lightning. Like the logical answer would be, right? He made me take that guest back out, and that's when we nearly got struck by lightning. And then when that happened, I looked at the person, and they were like, can we please go home? I was like, are you serious? You just made us come back out. So, I'm not afraid of lightning, I'm just very cautious of lightning. If I see lightning, I don't really feel too eager to head out into the storm, you know? Like, look at that. I'm sure you can see it every now and then on screen. I'm aiming to be on time, but is that for the Zoom, Carol? No worries at all. With a pot of coffee. That's... Oh, thanks, Becky. Oh, I appreciate it, but it's sure as heck not as electrical as that, I'll tell you that. See, even the sky said no. No. Look at that though, like this was clear sky all when we started Game Drive. It's amazing how quickly with the mountain the low pressure systems come in and these storm clouds roll in, the cumulonimbus clouds. There's even a towering cumulonimbus, but it's going to be so hard to point out now. A towering cumulonimbus is basically just cumulonimbus clouds, big storm clouds, on top of one another. And they can be quite tall as well. Those are towering cumulonimbus clouds, and they are my least favorite clouds because it means it's going to absolutely bucket down and lightning and all of it, the whole shebang. Well, the reboot seems to not have helped as much as I thought it had. What could definitely be playing a role in that, though, is this electrical storm that's above us now. I'm just waiting to feel the first droplet. That's why I'm like bracing for anticipation to just get bucketed down, because this is where we basically, there's a tiny clear patch above us now, but just down there is where the towering, there's the towering cumulonimbus. You can see it there. And you can see the rain just there now, just over the mountain, that big one there. And possibly even that one there. They're everywhere. I don't like rain clouds unless I'm inside, indoors. Then I don't mind rain clouds. Or rain, for that matter. I do love the rain. And the bush needs it. I need it so I can get my animal footprints in the mud. I wonder if we can find a bush, baby. There seems to be a few that hang around in this little section of Beers Dip, Mamba Kronkel, Mamba Dam, Hoofpad area here. So you never know. Might get lucky. I promise nothing, but I'm hopeful. Only reason I promise nothing is because whenever you promise someone something in the bush, the opposite happens. It's like, do you promise we're going to see a leopard today? Absolutely. Don't see a leopard at all. Not even tracks. Or promise it's not going to rain. You know, bush is just so unpredictable. You can't make these promises. Oh my gosh, look at the size of this katydid. My goodness. Basil, you stay there. I'll just grab him quick and then... Sure, he is ginormous. Come, buddy. Oh, nope, he doesn't want to. Oh, where's he? Okay, no, he doesn't want to come. Shit, I'm not going to bother him. See, where's he? See, just get him onto the other side of the road. There you go, Basil. Do you have him? There you go. There he is. See him now? In the torch. I can't really readjust the vehicle. Just here, flying in the bush. There. How big is that katydid? Oh my hat. Its abdomen is the size of like a giant Parabuthus scorpion. Wild. Strange looking creature, isn't it? Kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies, to be totally honest. That's something I don't want to wake up and there's a giant version, like a dinosaur giant version of these things. That would be petrifying. Sure, he's on a mission. I don't really want to be out of the vehicle at night too long, though. It's not a great place to be, especially if you don't know what's around you. But I know we're safe from the lions, at least, but we don't know. Could be an ingwe in there. Could be a rhino. A black rhino would be even worse. What would be great, but not for me if I'm on foot with an angry black rhino at night. That would not be ideal. If anything, the animal I'm most scared to be charged by, I haven't been charged by many, I've only been charged by Ellies, and I've had lion on foot like 4 times. But other than that, I think I don't know, I say this, but it's never happened to me, but a leopard, I think, would be pretty similar to being charged by an even bigger cat, a lion. Buffalo, same as elephants, you know, they just climb a tree. Hopefully the elephant doesn't push the tree over, but I suppose with an elephant you just have to stand your ground. With buffalo it's a bit different. Buffalo just don't stop. buffalo just keep going. They're like murderous cows, essentially. So if a buffalo charges you, just climb a tree. Even if it's got thorns, climb it. It'll save your life. But I think the worst animal to be chased by is probably a black rhino. Because also they're just always nervous, anxious. Their vision isn't great, so they're always like a missile, just ready to explode. No chameleons, no bush babies. I think everything's hiding in this wind. I must say, the wind has picked up to the point where it's not really pleasant anymore. There's just dust everywhere. I can feel it. Every time I blink, I can feel sand crushing in my eyelids. I can feel sand in my ears. It's the life, eh? Wouldn't change it. Love it so much. Copy. Thought I saw eyes here for a sec. Turns out I did not. Could have been a spider. Spider's eyes glow back. Believe it or not, they do glow. All right, let's slowly creep up to Mamba Dam just in case. The likelihood of there being an ingwe here, you never know. You can hear some bubbling casinos. One thing I must say is the tortoises are absolutely loving this rainy weather. There you go, you can hear the bubbling casinos now. And you can see all that beautiful lightning. I'm going to switch the torch off quickly. Just if you go up a slight bit, like maybe to there. Sorry, bro, I know I'm making your life difficult. Yeah, like that. Look at that. My gosh. That's not frightening. That's not like the entrance scene to a horror movie. It's actually beautiful, isn't it? Imagine that in like slow motion. Oh, Becky, I love the enthusiasm, but unfortunately, I just don't think today's our day, eh? That's okay, though. We're just going to have to try again on Friday. Just going to have to try again until we succeed. But, folks, from my side, from Basil's side, I hope you have enjoyed this drive. I do apologize about the gremlins. I don't know what's going on. Matt's been doing his best back at Hayes. We're struggling, but we're working on it, I promise. But I hope you had fun regardless, and take care, guys. We'll see you soon. See you Friday. Bye for now.